Ford Mustang is an American classic. There's an all-new 7th generation. I'm Tom Volk with the Seattle International Auto Show, and I'm not just driving the V8 powered GT. I've got the convertible, even though the weather isn't all that hot. There's talk that this 7th generation could be the last of the gas-powered Stangs, and it's the only car Ford produces now. If you want to get into a Mustang, you can do it for as little as $32,500. And yeah, that includes destination. That's a hardtop fastback Mustang with the EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbo. The GT, that's V8 powered here, starts at $40,000. That's for a hardtop. The convertible that I'm driving, $66,000 as tested. Gen 7 uses much of the architecture from the last Mustangs, strengthened and modified some. Every body panel is new. This lip could provide shelter from the constant rain squalls happening this week. Some controversy. The dual-screen instrument panel is fully digital. This iPad dynamic runs counter to Mustang's analog nature, but it adds benefits like useful gauges and maybe too many ways to adjust the car's performance settings. Seriously, I lost track of what I did with some of the changes. There are preset modes that are a touch away. They make a big difference. I can see just switching them up to watch the graphics change. MagnaRide adjustable adaptive dampers are $1,700, well worth it. What looks like a conventional parking brake is actually electric. Use it in drift mode, and it helps a driver destroy rear tires like a pro. Mustang's convertible roof is cloth, insulated, and watertight. Seattle is having significant storms this week. Not a drop of rain has entered the cabin. The top is super simple to drop. Just release this latch and push a button. And very shortly, you have acres of blue sky and sunshine above you. Or if you're here in Seattle, gray skies and maybe some rain. Maybe some rain? I'm lucky to get any clearing at all. It's in the mid-40s, I've got the heated steering wheel and seats on, and I'm dodging rain squalls. Just wanted to let you know what wind management looked like. I'm doing around 55 miles an hour here, and as you can see, it's pretty good. And no, I'm not wearing a lot of hairspray. Even on a lousy morning, this is exhilarating. Imagine beautiful weather. Top-down driving lets you see and smell the world, good smells, mind you, more completely. They're a tanning bed in summer, immersive in the fall, far better than an open sunroof or even the Targa-like Miata RF. Perhaps you noticed the automotive equivalent of Pavarotti on startup? No? Check your pulse then. Ford's famed 5-liter Coyote V8 has an unmistakable howl. Owners will be forgiven for popping the hood just to gaze on its old-school magnificence. Making 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque, it's been updated for 2024, including dual throttle body. This strut tower brace is part of the performance package. Have an early commute? Your neighbors will hate you. It's gotta be 1 decibel lower than legal. Equipped with active valve performance exhaust, this does a great Barry White impression. The 6-speed manual is the standard transmission. A 10-speed automatic is $1,600. The clutch is perfectly weighted, neither overly light or heavy. I never once stalled it. Honest. The drive modes come with different cluster designs. Unfortunately, all of my days with the GT were with damp pavement. Many of these modes went untested. Summer tires and precipitation, not a good mix. I've not driven the turbocharged 4 Mustang, but Car and Driver has, and it has clocked the EcoBoost 0 to 60 runs at 4.5 seconds. The V8, 4.2. So not as big a difference as you might imagine. to see, Mustang is strictly rear drive. All-wheel drive is not a thing. One thing the EcoBoost can't offer is this. The lovely velvety sound of a V8. You just can't beat that. You know, if you're the kind of person that put baseball cards in your bike spokes, this engine is for you. It's delightfully smooth, never too loud inside, like a perfectly mixed and mastered Springsteen recording. It's as new school as old school gets. It's easy to call up rev-matching downshifts. Some might find that gimmicky. I don't care. It sounds great. Steering is very direct, but not nervous or twitchy. There's a touch of forgiveness on center to keep the squirreliness away. Tracking straight and true, pavement wear grooves can sometimes pull on the performance tires. With damp tarmac, it's tough to gauge the GT's upgraded brakes. Brembo has a great reputation. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. The V8 adds weight to the front end. That might give an edge to the EcoBoost in the handling department. Have to believe the cornering is heroic, considering the adaptive dampers and performance tires. High winds have dropped tree limbs and leaves on all the fun roads, and the last time I pushed a high-performance car in wet conditions, the results required a tow truck. But it's easy to read what's happening when the tires are about to break away. I like the shift action, nice crisp short throws, nice clutch take-up, nice mechanical feel. And the fact that you can even get a 6-speed manual in this car is a gift. The EPA rates the manual-equipped GT at an average of 17 miles per gallon. This should surprise no one. The EcoBoost Mustang scores 26 mpg, but it's paired exclusively to the 10-speed automatic gearbox. There will be grumbling from traditionalists about the modern digital instrument panel, but everyone should be in agreement that this is the best-looking interior Ford has bestowed on a Mustang. Personally, I like all the information that the displays provide. The Sync 4 interface works quite well with good layout and response. Seats, heated and vented in this case, get real cowhide. Well bolstered, they're on the soft side if you prefer your chairs firmer. These have the heft of a suspension arm. Nice. There's padding where it needs to be. Stitching all over the place elevates the vibe. Storage is all over the cabin. Most of the slots and cubbies are on the small side. Wireless charging handles my iPhone 13 Pro well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless. Oh, and sorry, I never turned on the Bang & Olufsen system. That's how good the V8 sounds. If you think this space is super cramped and only for little kids, well, I'm 5'9" and I have enough room. Yeah, I'm snug, but even with the top up, I have just enough headroom. Heck, I'd rather ride back here than pay for an Uber. You could sell this to your significant other as practical. Yeah, good luck with that. While there's only a repair kit, it looks like there's a place to stash a physical spare if you'd like. The ragtop has fixed seat backs, so this space isn't getting any larger. It measures out at 10.3 cubic feet. That's 3 smaller than a fastback. 3 carry-on size suitcases should fit in here, no sweat. And remember, there's always the back seat to fill. I believe the industry transition to full electric will take longer than most people think, and some will see a V8-powered pony car as a dinosaur. But every shift, rev match blip, and V8 bark gets me in the gut. It's primal, which is high praise in this case. Closing in on 60 years old, Mustang has adapted through the decades, yet it still captures the same spirit it delivered in the 1960s. Check this and the fastback version out at your local Ford dealership. It's as new school as old school gets. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Volk.